everyone, this is Nick, and I'm back again today for another video. And today what I'm going to be doing for you guys is my current wish list video. Now, I did one of these a couple months ago, and that one was just like all over the place. This one I'm keeping kind of just like current things that I might practically be able to get. Not saying there might be a couple surprises along the way, but these are the items that I really want to get next, excluding, once again, like I've said in a million videos, a Rolex. That's all I want in this world, but that's not, the time isn't right for me quite yet. I know that, my bank knows that, everyone knows that, so that will be excluded, and other like big things like that. I mean, of course there's other things that I would like to do and see, and other things that aren't necessarily designer to buy. However, I just wanted to keep this my designer wish list and go along there. So let's begin. So I try to be technically advanced, but when it comes to video editing, I just don't have the gene for it, I swear. So I was going to insert pictures here and there. Maybe I'll still try that, but for right now I have all the pictures up on my iPad, and I would also like to preface this video by saying none of these pictures are mine. I do not own them. I just googled the pieces that I want and just took a screenshot of them. So that is what I'm going to be showing you. So the first and foremost thing that might even be buying sometime this week, if I can jump the nerve and get it, is these beautiful shoes. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. But these are the Comme des Garçons collaboration with Converse. And these are the low tops, because I really want the low tops. And I can't decide if I want them in black or white. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, please leave it in the comments box below, because I'm kind of open to both. But I'm kind of leaning towards black right now. Now, what's really holding me off on these shoes is, A, they're $125, which... yes, I know that it's like minuscule compared to a lot of the other things I bought, but I just have this weird in-between that it's like, sometimes I just can't rationalize things, and for a pair of Converse that are usually like 60 bucks, why pay double for them? But I really do love these shoes. I just find them so happy, and I'm thinking about getting them. The other thing, which the price I can get over. The second thing is the highest size that they come in is an 11 that I've seen in many retailers. I have seen the occasional like weird, like maybe a 12 or a 14. However, I range from an 11 to a 13 in shoes. It really just depends on the shoe. I would say I'm mostly a 12, but my foot is kind of the width of a 13. So that's why I usually balance mostly between those two. However, I do have an old pair of Converse that are a size 11, and I put them on and they fit perfectly, like just perfect. They weren't snug or anything, but they just fit. So that's why I'm just kind of thinking about it, and they're all on back order, so I don't want to wait a month and get it and then have to return it and just be so disappointed. So that's a couple of things, but those are just the things that I'm trying to process in my head, but I still really want these shoes, so watch out for that. Alright, so while we're talking about shoes, there are another pair of shoes, and I know I'm going to sound like the most basic-ass person on the planet right now, and the thing that I really want are, if you can see, a pair of Yeezys. Now, these are just one pair. My dream pair would either be a pair of the Belugas, the gray and the orange, or the all like tan one, the Oxford tan ones. However, alright, so the story with Yeezys are, I fall in love with Kanye West's shoes ever since the Louis Vuitton collaboration he did. And there was a Jasper that had like the gray top and the pink bottom. Or maybe there's brown in there too, yeah, and I just fell in love with those shoes. So ever since then, I've always wanted a pair of Kanye West shoes. However, once again, the thing that's stopping me on these is they're just Adidas shoes. I know they're Kanye West, and I love the design of them. I think they would really elevate a lot of the outfits I have. However, I have a problem spending anywhere from like $600, $700 up to like $1,500 on a pair of non-designer shoes. I know they're designer, but at the end of the day, they're still Adidas, and it's just all markup on them, which I know all the other designers have heavy markups, so it's kind of contradicting. But when the shoes sell for like, it's either like $250, $300, or $350, and then they mark them up so high, that's when I kind of have a problem with the middleman. So that's one of the reasons I'm standoffish, and I don't know if they'll fit. And a lot of the secondhand stores that are very reputable that you can buy them at, like new, they don't have return policies. So I would have to buy it, have it not fit, and then be stuck with a very expensive pair of shoes that I'll have to try and figure out another way to get rid of. So that's like my most standoffish part about those shoes. But once again, like the other shoes, I really, really want them. And one day, I swear, I will pull that. Maybe for Christmas. Maybe. If I can get my hands on them and look at them. Alright, the next three things I have to mention is all jewelry. And the first piece I want to mention is the Tiffany, if I could only think, T bracelet. So this is in the sterling silver. It retails for $9.25, I believe, here in the States at least. And I've just always been in love with this bracelet. A, it would go with my ring. B, I think it's edgy and different, but it's still a nice piece for your wrist. And I just really like it, especially compared to the Cartier Love bracelets, which is another thing I really want, but that's not on this list because that's a little bit out of my price range that I feel comfortable with. And if you're going to be spending like $6,500 on a bracelet, first of all, I think you can find something a little similar and still be happy with it. And for that much money, I would just rather put that towards something else, like a Rolex or something else that would probably hold up a little better, in my opinion, because my jewelry just scratches up real easy and it never stays nice for that long. So that's why this is it may be a substitute. However, I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm degrading something. I equally want this. So that is the first bracelet. The second bracelet is from Cartier, and you guys may be surprised, but it's the Cartier Trinity Cord bracelet. Yes, you may be saying, hey Nick, I thought you had that. Well, I decided to sell it just because I was in a really weird funk and I just didn't want to keep a lot of my things. So I sent off a whole bunch of quotes out to Fashion File, and this one came back with a really, really, really good buying price where I wouldn't have lost that much money on it. So this was the only thing that and a Gucci wallet I sold off to them. And this was like months and months and months ago before I even went to Europe. So I just applied that money to Europe that I could use for spending money while I was away. And so, yeah, but now I'm really missing it and kind of regretting that sale. So I would like to add that back into my collection. And the last piece of jewelry I want to add is a David Yurman keyable bracelet. This one isn't the exact one that I want. I want one that's in the front. They don't have the jewels. It's just flat and it's gold, and then it has the rest of the cable. I think that would look really nice. The Tiffany bracelet. And my only concern is I know they actually have good sizes for your wrists since I'm morbidly obese, so I know, you don't need to tell me. So I have a problem with things usually fitting on my fingers and wrists. I've just always had fat fingers too, so that doesn't help. And so I know they come in bigger sizes, but I was wondering if they were like movable a little bit. That was my only question. So if any of you have that, please let me know if the like cable is a little bit flexible and you can move it around a little bit, or if it's just a hard, solid piece of metal. So I would really like to add that. The one I'm looking at is like $550, which I could get the Tiffany or I could get the Cartier and the David Yurman and still be under the Tiffany or right around the Tiffany price. So I might end up doing that and then waiting for the Tiffany. I don't know, but this is still all later on. Alright, and so the next 3 items, or I'm going to show you 4 items, but I'm only planning on buying possibly 3 of them. And 2 of these are, one of them anyways, I'll stop talking. But So the first item is the infamous Chanel briefcase. This is a vintage piece that I just absolutely adore. I've actually purchased that item 3 times, 2 or 3 times from Fashion File, but each time, there was one time that it was a different design. However, my ideal one would be in that style that I showed you, in caviar leather with gold hardware, or silver, I don't really care, but definitely in caviar leather. All the ones I've come across have all been lambskin, and it hasn't always been in the best condition, and I keep on going back if I want lambskin caviar, lambskin caviar. If I can find a lambskin that is immaculate, I would go for it. They just haven't been that good, so that's why. So that's why I really want to go for the caviar, and this one is probably going to be either my next bag purchase or my second bag purchase, but this one I want pretty immediately, and hopefully I can come across one. The next bag is this bag, and it's an Hermes Kelly Depeche, and this item is the men's version of the Kelly. They don't really make it that much. I know these are also vintage too. They're not old. They're maybe from like the mid 2000s and into the 90s. I love this bag because everyone wants a Kelly or a Birkin. But this item is just so gorgeous, and I want it in the gold Epsom leather, and I'm looking for that. I haven't come across one either. But this item I would like to get once I graduate from college, so that's why I'm kind of waiting on this item. And then the last item I would absolutely love to get is either the Josh backpack and the Damier Graffiti from Louis Vuitton, or the Gucci tie-in backpack. Now, I love both of these bags so much, but I feel like I need another backpack in my life. I just really think I do, so that is why I want either one of those. I'm not too sure which one I want to go for, but it's between that and the Chanel. That would be my next bag purchase, but that'll probably be down the road quite a bit, so either way, that's that. So with that, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video made some sort of sense and kind of helped you guys engage on what I'm looking for and kind of my thought process when I'm actually buying something. And so I just want to say thank you all so much for watching and all the support you guys give to me, all the likes, all the wonderful comments, and just being my friend. So with that, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day.